Even the best artists have misses, and to prove that, I've chosen 10 songs that I consider to be bad from 10 artists that I think are really good. I'll rate each song out of 10, and they get really bad towards the end. I'd appreciate a like, subscribe, hype points, whatever YouTube has going on if you enjoy, and let's move on to the first one. Kendrick Lamar is one of the greatest and most prevalent rappers in the modern music sphere, earning himself the title of the GOAT from many music fans. I do genuinely believe he's one of the best hip-hop artists of all time, but does that mean that he's never made a bad song in his life? No. And you can probably tell by the thumbnail of the video which song I'm gonna discuss. It's...
You feel some type of way, then
God is the 13th track off Damn, Kendrick's 4th studio album, and it's known for being one of his weakest songs. Now, I don't think it's completely irredeemable, but it is definitely not good at all. The production is average at best, having that generic, boring trap feel. The vocals are downright bad. I don't know what he thought he was doing with those auto-tuned laughing sounds on the chorus, but it does not work. It gets repetitive so quickly, and it's offbeat as well, which is a very interesting choice. It sounds like if Kendrick was trying to make a parody mocking one of his own songs. And yeah, a lot of people do defend this track, and the main defense I've heard for the song is that it's meant to be fun and not to be taken completely seriously, but I think that's a very weak argument. Kendrick has plenty of fun songs that are great, like Humble or King Kunta, but these songs don't sacrifice their sound to be funny or whatever. They have purpose, they're important, and they sound good. And I do understand what God means in the context of Damn. It's essentially Kendrick flexing his wealth and success, only to realize that he's not above anyone else. He's not some sort of god. He's a mortal man. But just because there's a good idea doesn't make the song automatically good. Like, what's more important than the idea is the actual fucking song itself. I don't care if it had potential to be good. It's not good. Even the best artists sometimes have a miss. I'm giving God a 3 out of 10. Nas is well known for his strong lyrical ability, releasing albums such as Illmatic that go down as some of the greatest of the genre, but a lot of people seem to forget about Nostradamus, his 1999 album. It's bad. The entire thing is bad. There are so many songs I could pick from here, but I want to highlight the worst one by far, which is... I'm honestly gonna give a warning before discussing this one because it's fucking weird as shit, so be prepared. Big Girl comes off so predatory. Now, let me clarify, I am not accusing Nas of doing anything, I'm just simply discussing the lyrics of this track. I'll show them on the screen right now. I don't even feel comfortable reading them out loud, but just look. The way he's talking about this woman, calling her Big Girl, is kind of saying that he knew her since she was really little. If you knew her since she was a kid, why are you talking about how attractive she is now? That's not fucking something you're supposed to do, bro. That's weird.
Like, I'm dead serious, guys. I'm not playing.
And what makes it even worse is that I know Nas is capable of so much more. He made New York State of Mind, for God's fucking sake. What the hell is this shit? And moving on to how it sounds, it's like this R&B rap mix. The production is very boring and bland, definitely not enough to make up for those atrocious lyrics. And the chorus is also very, very annoying. Nas tries singing here, it's awful, it doesn't sound good, he's being weird. So even if we ignore all of the gross, weird lyrics, it still would not be even remotely good. It's just overall lacking in every single possible category. A truly repulsive, disgusting song from one of the greatest rappers ever, so I'm giving Big Girl a disappointing 1 out of 10. Eminem, Marshall Mathers, generally considered by most to be the best white rapper of all time, and I think that's a valid take. He has 3 really, really good albums and then other projects that exist. He definitely has a handful of bad songs, like on Revival. I could choose just about anything here, but that would be boring. I want to talk about something that's so interestingly terrible, something unbelievably bad, and that song is... All I really need to say is the line, bitch, I can make orange rhyme with banana, or nana, and I'm done. That's all of the evidence I need to prove that this is an abomination of a track, but it's worse than that. Like, literally the next 2 lines after that one are eating pork rinds, sword fighting in pajamas, at the crib playing Fortnite with your grandma. I don't even know what to say about this. Is he trying to be funny, clever, relatable? What is the goal here? Who was meant to hear this, and why were they meant to hear it? Eminem made Stan. He made Without Me. So how in the did he ever make this? It doesn't even sound good either. It has that like weird bouncy production that just sounds off. It feels a little too silly. It's almost irritating. It's the kind of shit you'd hear in the background when you're over at that weird neighbor's house. And supposedly it's a diss track towards mumble rappers, but honestly, I'd much rather he mumbled this whole fucking song so I didn't have to hear a single word muttered from him. Like, genuinely, the shitty mumble rap songs are miles ahead of this disaster of a track. And because of that, I'm giving Tone Deaf a 1 out of 10. Lil Wayne, famous for his 2000s rap era with the Carter series. Okay, more like the Carters 1 through 3. Let's just forget about the other ones. They never existed. Actually, no, because the song I chose is from the Carter 6. I mean, y'all definitely knew what song I was gonna choose. Obviously, it's... Where do I even begin? I guess the title, Peanuts to N Elephant, like, you can already tell something's up because it's N and not An, but it can still be a good song, right? No, it's fucking terrible. Just listen to the beat. What am I playing, Crash Bandicoot? What is this shit? Whoever produced this beat, you gotta take the damn day off. You're not needed here anymore. And holy shit, the vocals are awful as well. Lil Wayne has always been known for almost freestyling his lyrics. He doesn't write shit down, but it's abundantly clear in this song that he's just making it up as he goes. He's just rambling random shit that has no meaning. Not to mention the auto-tune is atrocious. I don't even know how they made it sound like that. It's genuinely a talent to make it sound that bad. Okay, I'm not even gonna lie, I had no idea what the song was about, so I just looked it up. He's comparing all of the other mainstream rappers to peanuts and then calling himself an elephant because, you know, elephants eat peanuts. So he's just saying he's better than everyone else. But no the fuck he's not. Do you hear the song? Maybe if this was like the Carter 3 Lil Wayne, I'd understand. I mean, come on, he dropped A Milli, Lollipop, Mr. Carter. But Carter 6 Lil Wayne? Yeah, no. If the other rappers are peanuts, then Lil Wayne has a fucking nut allergy, dude. I am losing my mind. Peanuts to an Elephant, it's a 1 out of 10 song. Let's just move on. Kanye, we all know him for his clean, innovative production, but we also know him for all of those concerning tweets. But let's focus on the music here. This guy has made a lot of hits. Like, the entirety of The College Dropout and Late Registration are just pretty much perfect, but his newer stuff is, how do I say this? Fucking horrible. So instead of picking something from Vultures or Vultures 2 or even Donda 2, I'm going with... God, on an album like Donda that's nearly 2 hours long and has 27 tracks, why was Tell the Vision ever even considered to be added here? It's genuinely useless. I mean, to start, the track isn't even 2 minutes long, so whatever it's trying to convey is already restricted by time, but it's not trying to convey anything either. Kanye's not even on the song. It's all Pop Smoke. Matter of fact, Kanye just stole the verses from an already existing Pop Pop Smoke track with Pusha T and Kanye named Television, and just threw it over this annoying piano loop, mixed horribly, and it doesn't fit the production in the slightest. I don't understand why you'd listen to this. The only reason I could think of it is while listening through the album, but even then, I just don't want to fucking hear it. No matter how much I try to understand and enjoy this track, it doesn't work. It's unnecessary, and Pop Smoke is also like barely on the beat during this track, and you can't even blame that on him. This was a posthumous song. He was dead, so it's all up to Kanye to make it sound good, and he completely failed. This song just adds length to an already drawn-out album, so I'll give it a 2 out of 10. Jermaine Cole, one of the most popular lyricists of the 2010s, with a sharp, detailed storytelling ability and a great voice and flow. Something I've always liked about Cole is his singing. He honestly has a great voice and needs to sing more in his songs, but not with autotune. That does not go well when he does it. And no, I'm not picking Folding Clothes. A lot of people hate that song, and I just don't get why. I swear it's good. And yeah, the reason I said the thing about autotune is because the song I'm choosing is keeps giving me fever. Might Delete Later is just such an underwhelming, disappointing project that Cole dropped around that Kendrick, Drake, J. Cole beef era. And Fever is not an exception to that disappointment. It tries way too hard to almost be dancey and trendy with those heavily auto-tuned vocals and shockingly boring lyrics from J. Cole. I mean, look at this. She keeps giving me fever. Fever. Yeah. I bet I could hand a notebook and pencil to an 8-year-old child and they'd write me something more inspired than this shit. It's just the wrong thing to put out at the very worst time by the worst person. Yeah, the album is called Might Delete Later, but maybe it would have been better if he deleted that shit earlier. It's just a mess. I don't even feel like talking about this one anymore. It's not even funny bad, like, whoa, look at this terrible song, haha. No, it's just boring, stupid, and never needed to exist. So I'm giving Fever a 2 out of 10. Tyler, the Creator, used to be an Odd Future member, and he's just a silly, funny guy. Yeah, he's silly. I really like him for his experimental and creative production style, his great storytelling, and his rapping ability. He also has a very distinct singing voice where he like pitches up and down the vocals to make it fit the song. That's cool. And for a bad track, on his first 3 albums, he had a bad song that was intentionally bad on all of them. On Bastard, it was Tina, on Goblin, it was BSD, and on Wolf, it was, what the fuck was it? Trash Wang. So I'm not picking any of those. It would be way too obvious, so instead I'm gonna choose I think Fish is Tyler's worst official song. I mean, first off, it's over 6 minutes long. That's just way too much. The production is very boring. It's just this kind of creepy piano that doesn't do much for me. It's kind of empty and bland. Tyler's verses are very boring and just overly edgy, more cringy than creepy. And then there's the bridge with Frank Ocean that's just horrible. I love Frank Ocean, and I'm honestly a little too nice to him. I feel like anything he makes I would enjoy. However, I don't enjoy this. I think it's fucking horrible. And it gets even worse because there is a second half to this song. Yes, this is a two-parter song. The first part is Fish, and the second half is Boppin' Bitch. This second half of this song is genuinely one of my least favorite moments in any song I've ever heard. It's just so overly trying to be funny to the point where it fails miserably, and he just keeps repeating, "She a boppin' bitch, she a boppin' bitch," over and over as if it was ever funny to begin with. It doesn't rhyme, it's not funny, it doesn't sound good, it's completely unnecessary. I'm probably taking it too seriously, but I don't care, this song makes me sad. And for that, I'm giving Fish a 1 out of 10. Tractor Scott, I mean, he made Rodeo. I think that's the greatest trap album of all time, so I consider him the trap king. And although I'm not the biggest trap fan myself, I do admit that he's made some fucking bangers. 90210, Maria I'm Drunk, Nightcrawler. This guy just doesn't miss. That's not true. He definitely does, especially on songs like... I'm at a loss for words. Like, did y'all fucking hear the same clip that I just did? Jack Boys 2 was known for being a complete flop of an album, and PBT is one of the reasons for that. It leans into the Jamaican sound with Rasta horns, and it ends up feeling more like a 2015 Dank Memes MLG compilation rather than anything else. It's completely embarrassing, and the feature from Vibes Cartel is just not it either. I mean, he has the good Jamaican accent that fits the song, but that doesn't mean it sounds good. I can never imagine myself ever listening to this song again.
I just had the vaccine. Let's go.
There is the Tyla feature, which honestly is decent. I don't have any issue with it besides the fact that her voice just doesn't really fit too well on the track, but it definitely does not make up for the poor production, bad features, and horrible writing. It just feels more like a meme song that was trying to get popular on like Instagram Reels, but Shine already exists on the album. Just let that be the funny one. And for that, I'm giving PBT a 1 out of 10. Jay-Z, honestly, currently maybe an overhated rapper, and I'm not entirely sure why. I've heard people say it's because he's a bad person, which, fair enough if you want to hate him for that, but nobody really seems to do the same with Kanye. They all say he's the GOAT and just separate the art from the artist, but when it's Jay-Z, no, we don't have to do that. Whatever though, y'all probably haven't even heard the song I'm about to mention, and it's... This one may not sound that bad, but it takes a bit of backstory to understand, so this is the 9th track off of Jay-Z's 2004 album Unfinished Business, which a lot of people don't even know of because it's like hidden from the internet. It's extremely hard to find this album, and I'm pretty sure the reason why is because it's a collab album with R. Kelly. Yeah, now you're starting to see why the song sucks. It's called Breakup, That's All We Do, because throughout the song it's talking about a relationship where they keep splitting apart and then getting back together, and it seems like a very manipulative, abusive cycle, and the fact that it's by R. Kelly makes it so much worse. And now, I'm not usually the kind of person who will hate a song solely from the lyrics. I think the way it sounds should matter more, but in this case, I can't do that. The lyrics are just so incredibly creepy. I can't listen to it. I think y'all could probably reason with me on this one. I don't really need to say any more. I'm giving this song a 1 out of 10, and let's move on to the last one. At last, we have Kid Cudi. He's the positive energy, happy guy. I don't even know why I'm doing these intros. Y'all know these rappers. And yeah, I saved the most definitely worst one of the video for last, which is... Speeding Bullet to Heaven by Kid Cudi is one of the most hated albums on the internet, and I feel like it's completely justified. Every single track on this album is fucking horrible. And yet somehow, some way, on an album as bad as this, the return of Chip Douglas still manages to feel like it doesn't fit. The song is that bad, it doesn't even feel at place on a 0 out of 100 album. It has demo in the title, and it should have stayed that way. This one should have stayed in the drafts. How the fuck did this end up on an album? Why did anyone have to hear this? Got myself a new friend, got myself a new friend, I'm fed up with this video. This song is a 0 out of 10, and I'm done. Thank you so much for watching all the way to the end of the video. If you made it here, comment Douglas, and have an amazing day. Bye.